Olá! Welcome to one more video! Are you ready for another pair of weird verbs or confusing verbs? Come with me! So today the verbs I'm gonna present or I'm gonna try to explain to you are the verbs poder and conseguir. So why are these two verbs confusing? Because actually they can both be translated in certain contexts as can. So if I say eu não posso comer mais, I'm saying I can't eat more. And if I'm saying eu não consigo comer mais, I'm also saying I can't eat more. Well, I know there are different ways of saying this in English, but anyways, this is a way you can say it, and it can get really complicated for people that are not Portuguese speakers, because you might think they actually mean exactly the same in Portuguese, but actually they don't. So, how can you tell them apart? When you say something like eu não posso comer mais, you're actually saying that you are not allowed to eat more. So, the verb is poder. When you use the verb poder, you're speaking about things that you are or aren't allowed to do. So, when someone says tu não podes comer mais, that means you can't eat more or you're not allowed to eat more. So imagine a child, the child already ate so much cake and the mom says you can't eat more, you're not allowed to eat more. So the mom is gonna say tu não podes comer mais. Okay, so poder is gonna be used to speak about things we are allowed or not allowed to do. The second verb, conseguir, is going to be used, on the other hand, to speak about things that we are or aren't able to do. So, if I say, eu não consigo comer mais, I'm not saying I'm not allowed to eat more. No, I'm saying instead that I'm not able to eat more. So, imagine I already ate a lot of cake, right? But I'm an adult, so no one can tell me whether I'm allowed or not to eat more. Kinda. My mom will still try. But, so, what happens is that I ate so much that now I'm super full, so I'm not physically able to eat any more cake because likely I won't feel so good, or maybe I think it's not so good for me because, I'm already feeling like too much cake, if that exists. So, that being said, when you're using conseguir, you're normally speaking about things that you are able or not to do. So, normally is about something physical or psychological or even some external kind of barrier that is like preventing you from doing something, or when that barrier doesn't exist, then it's something that you're able to do. So conseguir we're gonna use to speak about things that we are or aren't able to do. Okay? If you want to see the conjugations of these two verbs, don't forget to look at the post that I've written about this same topic. You can see there the conjugation of the present simple of these two verbs. And also I give you a link to check other tenses of these verbs so you can have a picture on how to use them correctly in each tense. I wanted just to add something that I recently found out by listening to my grandma. So my grandma is a lady of 95, so she's 95 years old. And, language kind of has a way to evolve, and some expressions are used for a long time, but then they stop being used, or even language kind of suffers some mutations, or it kind of changes in some way. And in fact, I found out that my grandma and like the older generations actually use the verb poder Also to speak about things that they are able or aren't able to do. So the older generations actually also use the verb poder as conseguir. So in fact they use them a bit as synonyms. So if my grandma would say não posso comer mais, so let's use the same example. If my grandma would say não posso comer mais, in fact, she would likely be using it with the same meaning as if she would say eu não consigo comer mais. So, older generations will use poder and conseguir both as to being able or not to do something. And they're gonna use conseguir also as to being able or not to do something. So they use both, right? The only thing that they also don't do is use conseguir as to be allowed or not. So conseguir is only to be able or not to do something, and then poder and conseguir are both to say to be able or not to do something, and poder is also used as to be allowed or not to do something. So they use it a little bit differently, and I wanted to let you know because you might end up speaking with someone older and this can kind of show up in the conversation and you might get a bit confused. But yeah, it's not going to be a huge part of the population that it's going to use poder like this, but it exists, okay? Just to end this video, just wanted to let you know that there is an expression with poder, which is eu não posso contigo, for example, eu não posso contigo. So não poder com alguém, and that means that you can't stand someone. Okay, you can't stand someone. If I say eu não posso contigo, it's like I can't stand you, alright? You're just too obnoxious, okay? And also if you say eu não posso com isto, so não poder com alguma coisa, so with some object, that means that you can't actually pick it up. Like when something is too heavy, you can say eu não posso com isto. It's like I can't stand it also in a way, right? But it can also be a physical thing, okay? So you're not able physically to stand something, or psychologically if you can't stand something, it can also be I can't stand something, eu não posso com isso. It's like psychologically you might not like something and say I can't stand it. And also about a person you can say não posso com ele, which will be I can't stand him for some reason. Okay, I hope that's not the case. I hope you still can stand me. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that I made it a bit clearer about the differences between poder and conseguir. If you want to read about it, don't forget to check the link below with a blog post that I wrote about this same topic. And once again, I would like to ask you to give me a thumbs up in this video if you've liked it, and also share it with your friends and family, whoever you think might enjoy and might benefit from this video. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications of when I post more videos here in my YouTube channel. I hope that you're there checking out my videos, and yeah, I want to hear from you. Leave me in the comments below a sentence with one of these verbs or both of these verbs, and I'll be sure to check it out and see if you already got how to use these two verbs correctly. So don't give up, have fun learning Portuguese, and I'll see you soon. Mwah!